Hey guys, thank you so much guys. Thank you for subscribing to my YouTube channel. This is registered nurse Richard Ogachi. It's been good, it's been nice, trying to create this kind of content and putting content up there in YouTube channel. My YouTube channel goes by the name Richard Ogachi Areba. Please subscribe. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, guys. Just trying to be all I can be and do everything I should do every day. We take a day after another. Today, we are sure about now, this time that we have today. In the evening, we don't know what's gonna happen, And even tomorrow, we have a lot of plans. We have a lot of things that we are planning, when I get myself together, when tomorrow comes, I'm gonna do this, gonna do that. I have this plan. I have this vision. I have this I have to do. That's all good. That's all good. And having a vision is better than not having a vision. Because, if tomorrow comes and you didn't have a vision, you didn't work towards getting something done, getting towards you getting better, getting towards getting closer to your dreams, and above all, just serving God and doing the will of God every day. Tomorrow will come and you will have nothing to show. You don't have to show anything again. But human nature is about legacy. It's about influence. It's about power. We've always been told that power is bad. These politicians are bad people. These politicians have everything they need. These billionaires have all the money in the world. They should help the poor. They should donate their money to the poor. They should pay more taxes than the poor. That's all control and power. Power is something good. Power is good. When you have power and resources, those are the people who influence the world in certain ways. Those are the people who move businesses. Those are people who move industries. Those are people who move the economies. Those are people who have control. Decisions are made around their ideas. Like I saw the other day, the good state of Indiana, Jeff Bezos, Amazon, they had put up a proposal to just get free land in specific states that they put up a deal. Like if they allow them to put up their plant or their warehouses in the state, they give them land for free. They'll come and set up the businesses. Some of the states declined their offers. They declined their offer, but the great state of Indiana, they allowed Amazon to put up their warehouses for free. They gave them land. But you see, the catch is, look at the amount of people. Look at the number of people that are employed by Amazon. Look at the amount of taxes they'll collect from those employees. Look at the processes, the people who benefit from the business, the drivers, the employees, and the supplies, all kind of business benefits, People who have resources, things revolve around them. Decisions are made around them because any move they make moves economies, moves countries, moves states, moves people, moves influence. So you can never ignore power. You can never say that you're not pursuing power. Power is pursued in nature, by nature. That's human nature. And the more power you have, the more things you control. The more resources you have, the more things you control. The more money you have, the more influence you make. When you have more money, if you have a good heart and you want to help people, you can help your own elementary school, for example. My elementary school is the same as it was 30 years ago. More than 30 years ago. My church, they have projects that have never been completed. Look at if I had the money. Look if I had the influence. Look at if I had the resources, Look at if I have the resources and make all the money. And my elementary school will be state of the art. I don't care. My church, the people, I take care of, my hospital, my community health volunteers will be paid, good amount of money for them to take care of their families, when you don't have resources and finances, man, you're so cooked, because you can say you're as happy as you can, but if you don't have the resources, bro, you have no chance. You can never be invited to tables where decisions are made if you're not somebody, if you're not doing something, I know that, I don't know, but the kind of fire that is burning in my belly to be able to influence and leave a legacy around the projects that I do, it's so significantly high. And I know that God is making divine appointments for this. I know that God is making plans, is planning things around at the back. I've made efforts from my end. I've done what I have to do. I've made contacts to people I think who are influential. I'm sorry, my microphone was off. It's on now, guys. Sorry about that. But yeah, we will continue with the video. The kind of influence that we must have for you to move industries, for you to move markets, for you to be called to the table where decisions are being made, you need to have a lot of influence. You need to have a lot of influence, a lot of resources. People don't invite people who have nothing to the table. The system doesn't support such. When we were growing up, my parents, very good people, innocent parents. When you are innocent, you only are good, and you're not like trying to push too hard for you to look like you are overambitious. Because when you're overambitious, it's counted, especially by conventional Christians, they count it as you're being greedy. They label the people who have resources more than them as being greedy. They label people who have more influence than them greedy. And at times, by the way, even the Christians and the other people, they have jealous to those people. They express anger. They express dissatisfaction that they are getting the fairness that is given to these people more than they are supposed to. Who is going to give you fairness? Who is going to give you resources? You sit down and you wait for resources to come to you? It's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. You have to fight for the resources to come to you. You have to fight. And by the way, if you really have to get ahead, if you really have to get to a level where resources are limitless, like you're not limited, man, the kind of personal development that you have to do, it's crazy. It's so much. It's just too much. It's a lot. You have to do a lot of mobilization. You have to do a lot of reaching out, a lot of work. And by the way, all said and done, it's more than you think. You have to work so hard. You have to work extra hard. You have to reach out more than anybody else. Spend sleepless nights. Do long drives. Make too many calls. You make a lot of follow-up. Follow-up especially. You reach out to these people. You call them back. You call them back again tomorrow, next week, next month, next year. You call them again until you make the sale, by the way. The amount of follow-up that you do is going to be significantly a lot. It's going to be a top-notch. And by the way, that's why most people don't do this. Don't do follow-up. Don't look for influence. Don't even want to be somebody or do what it takes, because it takes a lot. Very uncomfortable decisions. A lot of very scary decisions and moves that even the people around you, they won't support it because they don't know what's going on in you. When you have a dream to be somebody or to do something above, because we always see people are just average. People are so average that for you to become a star, you only need to do something slightly more than them. And that is what we call putting more effort. If you're given a job, you have to do more than they expect from you. If you're given an assignment, you have to go out of your way to make sure you deliver beyond the expectation of whoever gave you the assignment. You have to make sure that you do more than they expect from you. Because that's how you differentiate yourself. Because even in the market, everybody's selling. And when everyone is selling, how do you stand out? You stand out by, you're not inventing the wheel. Yes, you're not producing something new or invent something new, but you're doing the same thing that everyone is doing. But how do you stand out? How do you make more impact than the same person doing the same thing? Differentiating yourself. It's by differentiating yourself. Either by changing strategy, doing more innovation, putting more effort, changing the systems, doing something out of the line what everyone is doing. Not being conventional, not adapting, being adaptable to new ideas, to new innovations. That's how you differentiate yourself. You see, all that is not easy. That's why, by the way, it's so comfortable for us, including me. I've struggled with this a lot. Employment is so comfortable, my goodness. Like, do you know what? When people put systems in place, businesses, where you show up and at the end of the hour, you're paid for the hour that you showed up, it's so comfortable because what they expect from you, it's like for me, registered nurse, show up, take care of patients, my shift is over, I go home, I come back for my shift, 40 hours a week. I'm out unless I pick up, I'm out, go home, at the end of the 2 weeks, I get my pay, 1 week I get my pay, everything is good. Every week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month, 2 months, 4 months, 6 months, 1 year. Doing that, man, it's good. And by the way, there's nothing wrong with this. There's nothing wrong with this. But you know, for me, I feel like I should do more. Bro, man, I have a lot of energy in me. Like, I know, my wife thinks sometimes that I do too much. But you know what? How much is too much unless I show results? Out of this too much, what exactly has happened? What have I broken even? What is supporting the resources for my family? Generational wealth. Generational wealth is not something bad. When people say you want to build this generational wealth, it's something good. It's okay. What I do not agree with, I saw a very influential person put that statement up there. Like, of course they can motivate us or motivate other people, but when you say that if you are over 40 and you're poor, you're the poor background, when you put up such a crazy statement and you think that life is a situation where you regurgitate sequential facts and you label 50-year-old who are poor that they are the poor background because you've made significant amount of wealth. Now you're looking down upon people who, you can't do that, man. Different people have different potential. Some people have tried so hard and I agree, and some things are not working for them. Maybe the first failure got into their head and they don't want to try again. It was so traumatizing. We know we deal with trauma different ways. The first failure killed them, and they are not able to make a comeback. And then you label these people, some people, especially in Africa, are super hardworking. They put in the hours, they show up, they want to show up. They don't even have places where they show up. There are no jobs. And then you go ahead because you've made some progress that you're labeling other people as being the poor background. You don't do that, man. You can be 50, still not made it. You can be 70, still don't make it. You can be 35, still not made it. You can be 40, not made it. I don't know what making it means. But poor background, when you say, in fact, one of the ancient Stoics also said that one of the privileges of making ahead or getting ahead for kids is them be born in poverty. Actually, it was Andrew Carnegie, the Whiz Scott, the greatest of all times, made a lot of money from deals, from establishing the steel company in 1910, I think it was. Andrew Carnegie said that the only good thing that can happen to kids is them be born into poverty. That is what gives you the zeal to pursue getting better. Because at times, by the way, kids who are born into riches, they have everything. They've never seen worse. They become complacent. They don't make any steps. They don't want to achieve anything because they're born into comfort. They don't want to pursue anything. They don't have passion for anything. But you know what? If you have to try to get ahead, it takes more than we think. It's very uncomfortable again. So going ahead to label people who are above 40 and they're still struggling will always be there, by the way. Don't judge them that way. If you're poor and you're trying to get ahead, or you're trying and you're not making it, it's what it is. Maybe you are not meant to make it. By the way, some of us will never make it. Of course, we have to deal with that reality. But some of us, you're fighting. You are at war to try to get ahead. You are at optimum pressure, stress, trying to get ahead until you're 40 and you have white hair all over the place, man. When you remember where we've come from, that you never deserve even a sleep, even an hour, man. You don't deserve a break, because we need to create these systems. We need to create systems where people can benefit. We need to create and make money, and a lot of money, for us to give. I want to give out a lot of money, man. I want to help a lot of people. I want to make some influence. When you are in a position where, let me tell you, one of my siblings who paid my school fees made me what I am today. My sister, the best of the best. I mean, not like she had the zeal, like she could go out of her way to pay my school fees. Look at that. If you do that to somebody else, I'm talking about it today. I'll never forget that. I'll never forget it. I'll never forget that gesture. I could not be what I am today because of her. It was her decision to support me. What if it make it a decision to support somebody else? Help somebody else who is sick. Raise funds and donate, give money for eggs for kids with malnutrition. Give money to set up a hospital where pregnant women can go and deliver safe deliveries at cheap. You know what that means? People who don't know me benefiting from a system, they don't have to know me. But I put up a system because of the resources to move the system, to get services established. What a wonderful time to be alive if you do that. And that takes a lot of resources, a lot of money, a lot of influence, a lot of connections at the same time. But you know what? We don't kill ourselves because of that. We want to make it piecemeal. Let's focus on today. What am I supposed to do today? That if tomorrow comes, I'll be better. I be at my best today and do all I have to do today, now. Today, right now. Put strategies in place to ensure that in the next 5 years, if 5 years come, we were here and we'll be here. Maximum horsepower work effort right now. Then we look at ourselves in the next 5 years. It has to be different, guys. This is Registered Nurse Richard Ogachi, being all I can be, 24/7, 365. Guys, thank you for subscribing to my YouTube channel, guys. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please hit the bell. When the video comes up, videos will be coming every day for sure. And I want to put this up for legacy, just to remind me that this is what I said, for me to refer and listen and watch and remember this is what I said. Am I keeping it to myself? Am I being accountable? You know, accountable is the thing. Thank you so much. I will see you next time. Watch out for my next video, please, guys. Watch out for my next video. Bye-bye. See you next time.